Hey guys, welcome to the Eternal Quest Tarot and welcome to today's reading. For this pick a card, we are looking at a yes or no question and we will attempt to get a yes or no answer to whatever question you have on your mind. With this one, I'm also going to be looking at the why. So let's say you wanted to hear a yes and the answer that you got with your cards is a yes. Then we would be looking at why you are on the right track. And what I hope that will do is that it will give you the encouragement, the drive to keep focusing on everything that you are doing right at this point of time, which is keeping you aligned with the answer that you're seeking. And let's say if the answer is a no, then looking at the why will give you an idea of the kind of things that are blocking you at this point of time. What is it in your energy that you might take corrective action towards to make that answer go from a no to a yes, or whatever it is that you wanted to hear. So take it in the opposite direction if you do not hear a favorable answer. And also with this reading, I have 6 piles to choose from as opposed to the 3 piles that I usually do, and that's because one, I do know that these readings will be relatively shorter, so I wanted to cram in like more options for you guys. And secondly, I thought, it's possible that some of you might have a bunch of yes or no questions. So whatever they are, I would recommend assigning 1 pile to 1 question and taking it from there. And also, like the cards, if you will see the images on the cards, they are fairly abstract, if not totally abstract, and that's to help you choose just based on your intuition and however your mind interprets these messages. So there are no keywords, there are no messages on any of these cards, just crystals and the cards themselves. So I think, like, from what I see on my viewfinder, that these cards are clearly visible for the most part. And if you're already like intuitively being guided to 1 or 2 of them, or however many, then just go to the description box. You'll see the timestamps there. And that will take you to your reading. But for those of you that need just a little bit of time to process it, and also like a closer look at the cards and also the names of the crystal, we'll do that right now. So for the first pile, we have this chrysocolla crystal with this card for pile 1. For pile 2, we have the desert rose crystal with this card. For pile 3, it's the white pyrite crystal with this card. Pile 4, you will be the black obsidian crystal with this card. Pile number 5, it's the cat's eye crystal with this card. And last but definitely not the least, pile number 6, you will be, again, this is a golden, light gold pyrite with this card. Okay, there you go. So take as much time as you need. Pause the video if you feel like you need some time to look at the images and pick a pile for yourself. And as I said, timestamps will be listed in the description box below. So just click on it and that will take you to your reading. I'll see you there. Hi, pile 1. So this is for you if you chose the chrysocolla crystal and this card. Welcome to your reading. So we are going to start by drawing 3 tarot cards and getting a sense of what the energies tell me, and depending on that, whether this answer is a yes or no for you. Just to keep the readings relatively shorter than usual, I have pre-drawn the tarot and oracle cards that I'll be using for your reading. The oracle cards will tell us the why, and the first three cards, which are the tarot cards, will tell us whether it's a yes or no. So let's get started. We are starting with the Five of Wands. Okay. The Six of Coins, or Six of Pentacles. And then we have the High Priestess. Okay, so at this point of time, I do not know what you are asking this question for and in what context. So I'm going to speak about like all possible situations that this could, or not all possible, but whatever the card is intuitively guiding me to speak, and hopefully you will be able to apply the message to your situation. So this answer is kind of looking like a yes, but there is a but. Okay, yes, but what you need to do at this point of time, pile one, is that you need to really connect with your higher self, okay, and you need to follow your intuition. Okay, there is a conflicting situation here. Now, this conflict could be talking about like conflict within a relationship or because of a relationship, sort of like an upheaval of the energies, your energy. Maybe, you know, it has caused you stress, and like just put your mind in a conflicting kind of situation because of, you know, intuition and not being connected to your intuition. That seems to be the main problem here. I feel like what your intuition is trying to tell you about this situation is something that you already know, but maybe at this point of time you're not really listening to it. Okay, for those of you that are asking this question within the context of, let's say, relationships, romance, love, connections, this could be about, you know, somebody's commitment, wondering if they are as committed to you as you are to them, wondering if, you know, this relationship is worth investing your time, energy into, worth like pursuing, and also, you know, whether they are going to do the same. So things seem to be out of balance here, where there's like one person that's doing most of the giving and the other one is sort of like the taker, or one person is not, you know, since they are like different heights, one person is not like as into it as the other person might be. So at this point of time, maybe the question, if it has got to do with your connection, it is about the future and looking into like somebody else's like energy investment towards the connection. Okay, the High Priestess is all about your higher self, your intuition. It's also about things that are kind of hidden, but hidden in a way that they are right there, but you're not acknowledging them. What I'm noticing in this card is that the High Priestess is emerging from a veil. So I feel like your intuition and life, and you are being guided to look at or look into something within yourself that is wanting to emerge, wanting to come out. Okay, but at this point of time, you might be blind to it. You might not be looking at it as seriously. Okay, if you are, then know that you are on the right track, and this is likely to guide you where you are meant to be. So that makes it an answer, that makes it a yes. Like the answer to your question is a yes, like you are headed down the right path. But certainly there are certain things that are evolving, that are changing, and that are drawing your attention. They're literally like as a stepping out from under a veil, as this High Priestess seems to be doing, and you need to pay attention to that. And once you do, your energies will come into alignment. And the conflict that I see with the Five of Wands, whether this is conflict between two people, whether this is you in your mind and conflicting like ideas, thoughts, priorities, all competing for attention, and just like causing an upheaval, like I said, in your energy. So something is drawing or trying at this point of time to draw your attention. Okay, let's look at your guidance, what you need to do to actually get to the answer that you are looking for. Let's look at your oracle cards. We have disruption. This is the Tower energy. We have bust out of your cocoon. And we have the Raven. It says magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. Think signs and symbols. So ravens typically are a symbol of guidance from your higher self or from spirit, universe, God, whatever you want to name it. And the last card is shift the way to new potential. Okay. So yeah, things are in motion, things are shifting, as we see in this Tower card. It speaks about disruption. So like I said, there needs to be some shift within your energy that needs to happen. And it's almost like, you know, this person is trying to like hold it together as things are moving and changing within himself, and, you know, rearranging themselves, like parts of their personality, their emotional makeup, their spiritual makeup. So something I feel like is falling away, coming apart, and needing for you to sort of surrender to it, let go of the past. Now, this seems to be, as typically Tower moments are, and enduring something that can be defined as a Tower moment in your life. They typically are quite challenging to handle. Let's just, you know, let's all acknowledge that. So this shift that you need to do in order to come back into balance and to align with, you know, again, the outcome that you're wanting to manifest right now, it will be uncomfortable, but there is a need for you to bust out of your cocoon, as the card says, which is like, you know, letting go of the past, trying to not like play it safe, and also step out of your comfort zone. So something is happening that is pushing you out of your comfort zone, which is again going to be uncomfortable with both these energies present here. And I feel like what Spirit is trying to show us with this card is that there is ample guidance around you right now. So think about the signs, think about the symbols that you're noticing. Maybe certain times in the day are becoming more like prominent. Oh, I'm just noticing that the light went out. Don't worry, it means nothing. It's just that the lamp has been, like the tea light has been burning for a while. So don't take it as a sign, please. Let me assure you that, you know, within the signs and symbols, that's not a sign. But know that you are surrounded by synchronistic events and happenings, and about this, like, you don't have to really stress or worry or like engage your conscious mind in like trying to bring these symbols into your life. They just happen very organically and very naturally, and that is the Spirit's way of guiding you. I'm also noticing that the raven is sitting on a skull, which to me talks about death. So something needs to be left behind here to move forward in a new direction and to shift your energy into a new potential. So I feel like this is a yes, provided you don't resist the changes that are happening around you that might, you know, feel scary, feel uncomfortable, feel not so pleasant. But I feel like it is needed at this time to align you to what your life is driving you to create, to bring forth, no matter what this question was about. Six of Coins can also be like about, you know, your career, finances, or even starting a new business, investing in something. So to bring it all into balance, I feel like you need to be deeply connected to your higher self and pay attention to where life is guiding you. And even though certain things might feel uncomfortable, for a while before your energy settles into this new energy that you're birthing, it seems, at this time. Until then, there is a need to keep following it and keep, working with your intuition. Okay, so trust in your intuition and allow life to guide you, and go forth without any fear. I feel like you're shifting, you're changing, and as long as you don't resist these changes, you will be good, is what this reading looks like for pile 1. Anyway, so I hope this guidance was useful, and please consider leaving a like on this video if you did resonate with the reading, and also consider subscribing for those of you that haven't done so already, and I will see you in my next reading. Take care. Bye. Hi, pile 2. So this is for those of you that resonated with this desert rose crystal and this card. This is your reading. Welcome. So we are going to be getting a yes or no answer to the question on your mind, and to keep the readings relatively shorter compared to my other readings, which I have posted here before. Welcome if you're new, by the way, and you're finding my channel through this reading. But for those of you that do know, I typically post one reading is about like half an hour to 45 to even like an hour long. I really go into details. But with this, since it's a yes or no question and relatively short, I wanted to save some more time, and I pre-drew your tarot and oracle cards. So the top 3 tarot cards will tell us whether it's a yes or no, and the oracle cards underneath are going to talk about the why. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. We have the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, the Page of Swords. Okay. So this seems to be someone who is wanting to start something new. Okay, you have an idea in your mind, or you are wondering about something, you're thinking in a new sort of direction, and you might be asking this question of whether this thing will pan out, and if it will work out the way things have worked out in the past. We have the King of Swords energy in the center, so, and then followed by the Page of Swords. So it feels like, especially if this is in relation to like career and finances, or taking things in a new direction in your business. Maybe it could be you exploring like new options, wanting to go into a new direction, but from a place of already having achieved a lot, okay, in that area of life. Even if this is about love and relationships, then the King of Swords is talking about someone who is quite committed to the cause being the relationship, also has had some kind of history with this person, and now is wanting to take things in a new direction. Maybe this means like further commitment or whatever that might be. I do not know. I have no idea what you're asking this question for, but this is someone who's wanting to take a leap into the unknown, and the fear might be of feeling like a newbie in that area. Okay, because the King of Swords, while King of Swords is a more mature energy, a more committed one, someone who has learned the lessons from their past, is more sure in his thoughts, in his ideas. There is a higher level of commitment, higher level of focus. For the Page of Swords, it's all fairly new. So there is a lack of focus, there is no sense of direction, no clear planning, okay? And this new venture, the Ace of Swords, is kind of indicating that beginning of something new, might be making you feel like, a newbie, as I said, inexperienced, and not really sure about whether you should commit to this or not. Now, speaking of a yes or no, sorry about that, I should have gotten to that first. Speaking of a yes or no, this is looking like a good idea. So it's mostly a yes, but there is a but. And that but is, Spirit wanting to show you that you will be fine, and your ideas and whatever you're thinking of will most likely pan out the way you desire. But keep drawing on the wisdom that you have acquired so far from your past, if that makes sense. Okay? And like I said, take it and apply it to whatever context your question is for and falls within. Okay? I'm just noticing that I forgot to relight the tea lamp, and I apologize. Tea light lamp. It extinguished, or it went out during pile 1's reading, and before I sat down for this one, I forgot to replace it. But anyway, so like I was saying, this looks like you will be fine, but do not give up, or do not discard, in a way, the wisdom of the past. I'll bring these two cards closer, and if you can see, the Page of Swords is kind of looking at the King of Swords. Okay, so this is talking about wisdom, and like I said, the things that you have learned, and bring the same level of clarity, the same level of energy as the King of Swords has into this new situation, if you can. Let's look at your oracle to give me more clarity on what is going on. This is the why this has come up, or why these energies have come up, and what Spirit wants to show you. Oh, look at that, new beginning. So with the Ace of Swords, and we have the Fool here. So this is leaping into the unknown, takes a lot of courage, but that is starting something new. Then we have power and strength with the Dragon. Whoops, these stuck together. We have embrace your power. Look at that. And we have befriend the word polarize. Okay. So yeah, with this Fool card and the Ace of Swords, I feel like this is starting something new, beginning something new, taking a leap of faith, going after this new idea. Also, I'm noticing with the Ace of Swords, this character here has kind of like those long binoculars, and this could mean like having a vision, maybe something that requires travel. Okay, we also have the Fool that is literally standing on the entire planet, so which is symbolic of something that may involve travel, or it is a matter of distance, like distance between you and your goal, like actual physical distance and wanting to go there. But look at what this card says. It says embrace your power. This to me is a message for this Page of Swords, or the part of you that is kind of feeling like a newbie and feeling unsure and not feeling maybe confident enough as the King of Swords would to embrace to handle this opportunity, or to be able to execute this new idea, this new beginning in the most effective sort of a way. But the Dragon is here to sort of re-emphasize the fact that you already have the power, the strength, the wisdom that you need to carry forth with this venture. I feel like this is, also a matter of self-confidence, having confidence within yourself. With this card, befriend the word polarize. I also feel like, these two cards, the two very different archetypes, might be representative of what's going on mentally within you. Whereas in one place you feel very confident, or at times you feel confident, and the other times you feel not so sure about this new direction that you're wanting to head into. And this card is basically polarization. So think of polarization as as being the distance between the two pendulums, okay, or a pendulum between one point at its swing, which will represent, say, the King of Swords, and the other point, which is the Page of Swords. So being confident and then feeling less confident. So polarization would mean like channeling or focusing your energy towards that which will manifest or bring in your desires. So focusing on the positive, and feeling or generating, like consciously generating a feeling of success within yourself, so as to experience it even before that outcome has manifested. So those are some of the practices that you can do to keep your focus on that which you are trying to manifest. Always keep your focus on the end goal that you're wanting to bring forth. And I'm also noticing that this is card number 25, which numerologically amounts to number 7. And number 7 is a highly spiritual number. Number 7 is also about like ability to connect with the divine parts within ourselves. And people with number 7 energy, they usually have a better time or better luck doing that compared to some other numbers in the numerological sense as well. So I feel like you're being told that you have it within you to bring this forth, if only you went ahead and stepped forth into this new, whatever that is, new opportunity, new direction that you want to head into with a lot of self-confidence. Okay? So I'm going to leave your reading here, pile 2. I sincerely hope that it was helpful. Please consider leaving this a like if it made sense to you, if it helped you out, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. And yeah, thank you for being here. I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So this is for you if you resonated with this white pyrite crystal and this card. This is your reading. Welcome. So we are going to be looking into whether the answer is a yes or a no for the question that you have on your mind. And to keep these readings relatively shorter as compared to my other readings, which are like an hour long, sometimes 45 minutes, 30 minutes, I have already pre-drawn your tarot and oracle cards. The top 3 cards will tell us whether it's a yes or no, and then the oracle cards, we will go into the why, which will, I hope, help you with alignment. So let's get started. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, things are not moving. They are stuck right now. Or you might be learning a lot through your past and kind of getting a new perspective. Either of those meanings are applicable. And we have the 2 of Swords. Okay, so with the 2 of Swords energy completing the triangle, I feel like this is about something that you're not able to make up your mind, or maybe another person, if they are involved in this question, they're not able to make up their mind. They're not able to see things clearly, okay? In the 2 of Swords, as you will notice with this rendition as well, most of the times the figure that is holding the 2 swords, not only those swords are crossed representing like some sort of a mental conflict, but their eyes are usually covered. There's sometimes a blindfold, or in this case, this figure's hat is obstructing the view. And I feel like it is speaking about an inability to see the facts clearly, the facts that will actually help you make a decision, okay, and come to a conclusion and get out of this hanged man and get out and become unstuck from this hanged man energy. Those facts, I feel like someone here, either you or if you're asking about someone else, they're not able to see things clearly. Now, if this question is about someone else, then I feel like they are right now in a process of analyzing their past. There's a lot of like nostalgia with the 6 of Cups energy. And I feel like looking at just how this card is, or 6 of Cups is represented in this card, like there was a lot of happiness in the past, and there's a lot of dwelling of their energy in the past. thinking about it, analyzing it, going over the details. And I feel like this person, as I said in the beginning, might be learning their lessons at this point of time, which will or which is making them see things from a different perspective. Okay, so at this point of time, I feel like the answer is no for this pile. Okay, but I feel like things are underneath the surface of it all, like even if it feels stuck, not moving, not going anywhere, causing a lot of mental confusion, I feel like underneath it all, things are in motion and things are happening. And this perspective change with the Hanged Man, like he's literally looking at the world upside down. So seeing things from a higher perspective, or maybe a totally different perspective, that change is happening, unfolding. It doesn't seem to have reached its full maturity, if you will, up until this point, which is like the point that you're watching this reading. It doesn't seem to have reached its full potential by this point, but know that it is happening, okay? And particularly the past has the influence, or has the power, you can say, to bring about this change. But there's something in the past that needs to be resolved or learned from or analyzed or looked at, okay? Something like a revisiting of the past is necessary if that is not already happening here, which doesn't look like it. It looks like it's already contributing to this energy. But at this point of time, I'm leaning more towards a no, because again, things are at a standstill and they are stuck, okay? And also with what I said about the Two of Swords energy, where there's an inability to see things clearly. So let's look at your oracle cards and see the why, and hopefully that will help you align your energies. We have the Bee, which speaks of luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. So bees always remind me of hard work, like being really busy, keeping things in motion, working towards a goal relentlessly, and all that jazz. Then we have partnerships and alliances. This is the Three of Pentacles energy. Okay. We have follow through. And we have reflect on your own truth. I'm going to start by this card since it was kind of like the most recent thing that I was saying. As I said with the Two of Swords energy, there is a partial blindness, and your blind spot, or the things that you're not seeing, it might be the truth. It's like someone not facing the truth of this situation, and you are being encouraged to get clear on your truth, and to make friends with it and really think about what this means. So maybe the reason why you're stuck, or reason why this situation is stuck, is because you or someone else is not really facing the truth of this situation. Okay, now these other cards, the Three of Pentacles energy, as I said, which is of partnership and alliances, I feel like, you know, in your current situation, maybe bringing in someone else as a collaborative sort of help to you will help you manifest this dream. So if this is, let's say, about career or finances, partnership and alliances would mean like networking with like-minded people, or going to the resources and the people that you have in your life that can actually help you with this growth, okay? And if this is talking about like love relationships or connections in general, then this card is about like coming together and talking about the future from a more practical sense, like the practical aspect of life, which is very much the pentacle energy, the earth energy. This is like, you know, asking those important questions, like, can we really build a life together, and what do we need to do to take those necessary steps, or what needs to happen here, what do you need to do, what do they need to do? So if the opportunity to have those conversations does come along, jump on it first of all. But if not, I feel like it is coming. Okay, there will be, if this is, let's say, talking about a relationship that is not moving anywhere, your person is not doing, I feel like there will be an opportunity to connect with them and to have these conversations about whether you guys can, let's say, follow through with your feelings and your intuition. Not your intuition, sorry, for emotions, sorry. Because again, this could be the Six of Cups nostalgia, in especially like talking about relationship context. It could be talking about a relationship that was happy for a while, but then when it came to like progressing through it, this person has really is really not putting any efforts, not really following through with their plans. Okay, with this card, I'm going to take the keywords luck and also sweet victory. But as long as I feel like you remain focused on your end goal, and with that, with clarifying what that end goal should be, because that's the first step to manifesting anything, right? Like manifesting whatever you want in life, the first step should be clear about what is it that you want, and then focusing your energy and working towards that. So for that to happen, for you to get a direction, clarity, mental clarity on, you know, what is it that you want for the long term, there is a need to really get in touch with your truth and see things much more clearly. So again, like I said, I do not know what context you're asking this question for, but I certainly hope that this reading spoke to you, it resonated, and it helped you with whatever the question was in your mind or on your mind right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading here, pile 3. If this helped you in any way, big or small, consider leaving this video a like, and also consider subscribing for those of you that have not done so already. And yeah, thank you so much for being here once again, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi Pile 4, so this is for you if you resonated with the black obsidian crystal and this card. This is your reading. Welcome. So we will be looking into whether the answer is a yes or no for the question that you have on your mind. And in order to keep these readings relatively shorter, I already have pre-drawn the tarot and the oracle cards that I will be bringing into this reading. The top 3 are the tarot cards, and they will give us an idea of whether the answer is a yes or a no at this time. And the oracle cards underneath that will kind of talk about the why or whatever advice Spirit has for you at this point of time. So let's get started. Let's take a look. Ace of Coins. So starting something new, heading in a new direction, a new idea, a new plan. Then we have the Page of Wands. So that's great, feeling enthusiastic about it. But let's see the third card. We have the Sun. Wow, okay. So already I feel like this is a yes, okay, for you guys. Whatever you are planning with the Sun energy, this is an energy of success, feeling happy, like really uplifted, positive. And I already feel like just thinking about whatever this new beginning is that kind of makes you feel excited. So whatever this new beginning is that you're thinking of, I feel like that's going to lead to a lot of positivity, a lot of happiness in your life. So yeah, I feel like this is a yes. And let's look at the why. What's going on? Authority. Okay. This is the Emperor energy. Then we have, the Owl with deception and wisdom. Okay. We have, make a plan. All right, I'm getting the vibe of this reading. Kind of easy to read, so thank you, Spirit. And we have Creator Alchemy. Okay, so why this is a yes, I feel like why you are going to find success here is because even with like the Ace of Coins and wanting to go in a new direction, I feel like you are fairly certain at this point of time, like you have a clear plan, a clear idea of what it is that you're looking for. Okay, as you venture out and gather the resources to make this dream into your reality. With make a plan though, like I said, for some of you I'm getting the energy because we have the Emperor here. And we also have wisdom, but there's also deception, so I'll get to that in a second. But we have Emperor and we have wisdom and we have the creator's kind of spirit. So this is like, all about the magician and being aligned to create the result that you want. This kind of looks like somebody that's already quite in alignment when it comes to, like I said, whatever the context of this question might be, whatever you are desiring. So if you already know that you like alignment to something is something that we feel in our bones, like it feels like a sure, very calm and very reassuring feeling, then please, by all means, carry on with in the same direction and with the same plans that you have been making. But we have the energy of the Page of Wands, and there's a little bit of deception here with this energy. Page of Wands is, of course, like feeling enthusiastic about like a new direction that you're heading into, feeling passionate, feeling excited, especially like, with this rendition of the Page of Wands, like he's literally jumping up in joy. So that might be there, but there might be certain things that you might not be aware of is also coming up for some of you, if not all of you. So for those of you that are still in the process of like gathering more information, you're being encouraged to do that and to have some kind of a plan of action maybe, or just a plan for yourself of how you're going to focus your energy on the outcome that you desire, or keeping yourself in alignment. Like, what do you plan to do? Because sometimes it takes a little bit of discipline to keep ourselves in alignment, and making a plan might be for it. And this is just an example. Making a plan sometimes looks like, what am I going to do the next time I feel triggered, okay, in the context of like whatever it is you're asking for, or the next time I encounter like some kind of a failure, or a setback or a blockage or what have you. So having a strategy within your own self, and even in your own mind, how you're going to address that, how you're going to deal with it, can be a huge help, I feel like, because with deception and with like forward movement of the Page of Wands, the excitement, I feel like there might be some things that you might just be naive about. And so having more information and again, putting together a solid plan of how you're going to handle the challenges of the situation will go a very long way. So, but other than that, I feel like this is unfolding nicely. You are on track. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, this looks like a yes for pile 4. So that is all. I'm going to leave your reading here. I certainly hope that it resonated and was helpful. If it did help you, consider leaving this video a like, and also subscribing for those of you that have not done so already. And thank you again for being here, pile 4. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 5. So this is for you if you chose the cat's eye crystal with this card. And the lighting for your reading has changed a little bit because I am filming this reading on a different day and at a different hour in the day. But anyways, we are going to get a yes or no answer to the question on your mind. So first of all, I would say clear your mind, calm down as much as possible, and be receptive and open. Get yourself in that open, receptive place where whatever the answer comes through from Spirit for you is going to be acceptable to you, and you're going to take some time to think about it and plan your next steps accordingly. So So in order to keep these readings relatively short, since I'm doing 6 piles instead of my usual 3, I have pre-drawn the cards that I'm going to use in your reading. So the top 3 cards are going to talk about whether the answer is a yes or no, and then we are going to look at the why with the oracle cards in your spread. So let's get started. We have the 10 of coins. Okay. We have the devil. Okay. And we have the magician. Ooh. The devil with the magician always makes me think of like the energy of manipulation, like kind of using or focusing on what benefits you most, the selfish energy of someone here. And the 10 of coins is all about like long-term happiness, something that you achieve at the end of your journey and you want to build on it and, create a legacy or something like that. But we have the devil and the magician energy. So especially for people who are asking this from a relationship point of view, I feel like the answer is be careful. Seriously, that's what I'm thinking. Like, be very careful in what you're putting a lot of trust in and what you're putting a lot of faith in, something that you're building, because there's someone here, I feel like they're not acting in your best interest and they're being quite selfish, maybe even manipulation, emotional manipulation. So be very careful with this 10 of coins, the stability that you dream of achieving in this situation. I want to quickly draw your oracle because unfortunately I'm not getting like a definitive yes or no, but this seems to be more like leaning towards a no, as in spirit is wanting you to be very careful and even withdraw your energy if needed. Okay, so let's look at your oracle. We have discontent and boredom. Okay, we have the Grail Knight and it says romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. Okay, trust the divine plan, and gratitude again. All right. So I kind of feel like, with the 3 cards that we saw in the earlier, in the beginning, I'm getting the sense like this is a no. And to me, it seems like something will be brought forth in terms of information that's going to make you realize that this was never right for you. It's kind of the thing that I am seeing from these cards. With the Grail Knight especially, this is where I want to start the reading. But the Grail Knight is the energy of someone that is, seeking the Holy Grail, for example, or seeking something outside of their own self. And looking at that thing that the Grail Knight is seeking as sort of the answer to whatever problems that they have going. And it's interesting that it says, seeking the sacred. What the Grail Knight seems to be forgetting in the moment is that the most sacred thing ever that can be is the knight himself or herself. So this is the energy of someone that kind of sees something outside, within, or in their lives, and they're not looking within to find the treasure that lies. There's also the keyword is illusion. Okay, we also have romance, which is why I said that I was getting the energy of like this being more about a relationship of sorts, romance maybe, or it could be something else, but it feels to me like a situation in which you and some other people, or at least one more person, is involved. Okay, and I feel like with time, you will be brought to a realization that you don't actually need what you're seeking, and the thing that you were seeking is actually not the answer, or that it was all an illusion to begin with. Okay, we have the energy of discontent and boredom, which is the Four of Cups energy. And Four of Cups to me, is also the energy, like it also talks about mental health issues. For example, depression, not feeling interested in anything, not feeling drawn towards anything. So maybe it's possible that the way this relationship began, if this is talking about a relationship or whatever you are getting into or whatever you got into so far, it could have come from a place of wanting to escape your depressive state maybe, or not feeling so good about life, not feeling so engaged with life, and then this comes along. But I feel like somebody here is really trying to take advantage of you. Sorry to say that, and I'm sorry if this is like a difficult thing to hear, and I feel like it must be something that you are under an illusion that this is going to lead to like the happy outcome of the Ten of Cups, that this is going to be like, say, long term or stable or what have you. But I feel like a dream is being shown to you here. And there are false promises, I guess. Somebody's not being themselves. And I feel like with the Devil energy, you might be too attached as well on that thing, or depending on that thing to give you the answers, to give you the happiness, to give you like, what you truly seek. And with the green light, the biggest message of the green light is to remember that you actually have the power to create that within yourself. Okay, so I feel like, what needs to happen is for you to really get yourself, or first of all, get honest with yourself as to what this desire is, what this pursuit is, and then ask yourself some really hard questions, but some things that are very important. Like really look at something and ask yourself, like, is this really panning out to be the kind of thing that I want to be involved in? Is there something that I am willfully ignoring, willfully not seeing? Okay, and I feel like once you go through this experience, we have gratitude again. I feel like it will teach you a lot about your own psyche, your own state of being, and just a lot to learn here in terms of spiritual lessons. So I feel like this is going to be something, like I said, it's going to resolve itself in a way by revealing that it was never meant for you, or it's not right for you, or these are the problems that you have not been looking at, but now they would like stare you right in the face, and kind of there's a possibility that you will be giving up on whatever this is on your own. But when you do that, and if you do that, and if things don't pan out, you're being asked to trust the divine plan, because we each of us has dreams, but sometimes we go through like the bridge of incidents, as is spoken about in the manifestation community. It's like this road to getting and achieving what we are looking to achieve. Sometimes that path can be really rough. Sometimes a lot of things go wrong, and it almost seems like nothing is going according to like what we are desiring to bring in. But it is in these moments that we have to trust and have faith that you're actually being guided by bringing in these lessons, so that you refine your own filter, you refine your ability to make better choices. Because in the end, and no matter what this is, in the end, with anything, including this, always remember that it is you. Like, you are the main character, the player, the main player, the most valuable player, MVP, and you are the creator here. We all are. We all have equal amounts of power. And so when the creator is working with certain energies within themselves that is making them go down a path that is not necessarily going to lead to that long-term happiness, which the creator might be asking for from the universe. Know that the answer from the universe is never a no, but it's just sometimes you need to go through some difficult experience to imbibe them within yourself, and also to, like I said, refine your own creative process, refine your own filter. So be very careful, pile 5, with this situation or whoever it is like you're dealing with. There is something that is an illusion here, something that you're not meant to trust, and maybe you are being presented like an awesome picture, but it is not all what it seems like, it's not all that. Okay. And I feel like you will, even though this will be a difficult thing to let go of, probably a difficult lesson in itself to learn, I feel like you will be able to get to a place where you will be grateful that you went through that and you got to learn so many things and got to refine your own filter, if that makes sense. So yeah, like I said, this seems like a no, pile 5 at this point of time, with that additional message of like, be very careful, don't fall victim to that illusion. There is no grail out there, which is like the ultimate, like most sacred thing that's going to solve all your problems and resolve everything and bring everything you want to you. The answer is you, pile 5. It is you. So be very careful, have faith in your journey, become alert about these things, ask yourself hard questions, really look at your motivations. Like, is this something that you're doing only to find relief, which I think you might be. You might be coming out of a very difficult stage in life, or maybe your state of being has been like down and out for a while, but regardless of that, be very careful with whatever it is that you are asking this question for. And when you reach that point, when you're ready to withdraw your energy out of this, trust the divine plan. This incident, this happening in the bridge of incidents, that is going to take you from your point A, your starting point, to your manifestation, which is point B. It is still, contributing towards that, and it is still bringing you to the end goal, the life that you want to create, and whatever it is that you're seeking, truly seeking in your hearts. Okay, so thank you so much for your energy right here, pile 1. If this reading resonated and helped you, please consider leaving this video a like, and also consider subscribing for those of you that have not done so already. And thank you once again for being here, and yeah, hopefully see you in my next reading. Take care, pile 5. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 6. So this is for you if you chose the golden pyrite crystal and this card. Welcome to your reading. Now the lighting might have changed and shifted since you watched the intro portion for this video, and that's just because I'm filming on a different day at a different hour. So lots of natural light at this hour. But anyways, let's look into your yes or no question and get the yes or no answer that is meant for you. And with this reading, the top 3 cards, how it's going to work is the top 3 cards are going to give me the yes or no answer, and then the bottom cards are going to give me the reason as to why this is a yes or why this is a no. And as I said with the intro, I'm looking into the why because that will give you an idea of whether you should continue doing what you're doing because it's aligned to the answer that you wanted to hear, or what needs to change here, okay, and whatever else Spirit would want you to know. So the top 3 cards are the yes or no answer, and your oracle cards are the why. And I have pre-drawn your cards because I just wanted to save time with each of these readings. So let's get started. Let's look into whether this is a yes or a no. We have the 8 of Wands. You have the Knight of Swords. And then we have the 7 of Wands. So at this time, the answer is yes for pile 3, okay? But there is something that you should be aware of. First of all, whatever you are waiting for, the changes or maybe information or maybe movement, if this is about a relationship, maybe you're waiting to hear from your person, wondering if they're going to come towards you or not. the answer is yes to all of that, and the information or whatever you're waiting for changes. Those are, or events to happen, what have you, everything, like all of that will be different for each one of you watching this reading. Of course, I have no idea what your question is about, but those changes, those events or messages, they're coming towards you faster than you might expect. Okay, so this is Eight of Wands is a very fast moving energy, so something is fueling the whole situation, and whatever you are wanting to come forward, I feel like this is more of like waiting for an opportunity or waiting for something to come forth towards you. That's going to happen lightning fast and faster, like I said, than you expected. Both these energies of the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords are pretty fast moving energy. But with the Seven of Swords, what I'm getting is, there's a message for you guys here, even with your yes, is that I'm getting three different messages actually. Okay, what you need to do right now in order to keep yourself aligned to bringing forth this whatever it is that you're waiting for, bringing it forth and bringing it to manifestation, bringing it into your 3D reality, is to keep holding your energy in the same spot as it is right now, meaning that you must continue with the same thoughts, same emotions, same energy towards your manifestation or towards whatever it is that you're waiting for. So don't change that, okay? Carry forward with that. The Seven of Wands also is kind of a state of standing up for yourself and speaking your mind, okay? So for most of you watching this reading with this energy, it is important in this situation that you speak your mind, you be very clear about what you're wanting, demand answers, demand, what you feel is you are deserving of, but there's a need to stand up for yourself, okay, in this situation, which will speed up this process and make it more harmonious in a way. If this is, talking about a relationship, the same thing applies, but know that there might be, for some of you, I'm also getting that there might be certain resistances that your person brings into the situation. Like maybe, let's say, for a few of you watching this is about like, waiting for your person to come back into your life, or when are they going to communicate, because, Swords is a card of communication. I feel like definitely that's going to happen, and it's going to happen faster than you expect. But again, they might be feeling a little defensive, they might be a little abrasive, they might be a little, or in a way the feeling attacked, like they are feeling attacked by the situation, by the words. So communication, what you say and how you put forth your energy, that is key here, okay, with these cards. Let's look at your oracle messages and get more insight into why and what is unfolding. We have prosperity begins, okay. So this is, about a new opportunity for some of you, especially if you're looking at this reading and thinking about a career, business related question, something related to your finances. Then a new journey, a new path is about to open up. And look at that, we have communication. Okay, number 41, which is 5. 5 is quite volatile. So certain misunderstandings, there is a possibility, I feel like, in this situation that you need to be aware of, and you need to practice care with. And as I said, make sure you say what you mean, say what's on your mind. Don't hold back with your words. So communication between you and the other people involved in this situation is key. Also with the Eight of Wands, I feel like if this is about communication coming your way and you've been waiting for it, some clarity, some answers, that is going to happen for sure. We have rejuvenate, okay. And last but not the least, we have the now, okay. So for some of you, I'm kind of thinking that, this is something coming back, okay. And I got that feeling, that feeling was pretty distinct and palpable when I saw the Knight of Swords. It's literally like somebody rushing in, and so it kind of made me think of, coming back of sorts, like somebody returning to your life, or if this is, again, not related to like a relationship, this is about like feeling renewed and rejuvenated, an enthusiasm, a drive towards something, okay? And the now, this is interesting because, as I said, what you might encounter with this situation, whether it's in a relationship setting or it is elsewhere, you might encounter certain resistances. And Spirit is advising that the way to deal with them, these resistances or these problems, these challenges that you encounter, is by being fully present and being in the moment, like responding from your present moment, connecting with it, whatever is right in front of you, paying attention to that, and then despite, you know, the challenge or whatever you encounter, the problem that you encounter, remembering what your end goal was. And when we do that, when we are not only like heavily and very well connected to the present moment, I don't know if you've read The Art of War. It's a great book. If you haven't read it already, I would highly recommend, just for the spiritual lessons in there. But basically what that says is that you can strategize all you want, but when you are out in the battlefield, the thing that you need to keep doing is be very alert about what is going on. Keep the larger strategy in mind, but you cannot get stuck on your strategy or your agenda and forget about responding to things that are happening in the moment. If you do that, that's a recipe for failure because you're not even looking at what's happening, right? So with you guys, to address the challenges that you might encounter and to work through that and to make way through that, it would be very important for you to think on your feet, be very present, and connect with the now. Also, another message that I'm getting with the now, I can't help but think of the spiritual master Eckhart Tolle, who, you know, he's written books like The Power of Now, and he talks about how the present moment is very important, and there are a lot of things that are worth appreciating and not really always being focused on, you know, a future event and thinking like the future is what is going to bring you happiness. So maybe some of you need to look into that, need to look into meditation practices that draw your attention back to the present moment. And what that does is it really relaxes you, okay? Really gets your energy to a very calm place, a very composed place, feeling very balanced. Okay, so maybe how you are relating to this situation about which you're asking the yes or no question, you need to chill and relax about it, because know that it is coming, it is happening, and it is you know, progressing the way it needs to progress. So basically you don't have to do anything from the outside. There's nothing that you can really do to help the situation. It just kind of feels like, you know, you're headed down this path and it's like kind of meant to be. So yeah, be present, connect with the present moment, be relaxed about it, and know that you will feel a rejuvenated energy. Energies are changing with that Eight of Wands. So yeah, just keep focusing on that. Oh, and communication, as I said, will be key in this situation, whatever it is you are asking for. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this reading with me today. If this helped you in any way, big or small, if it resonated, consider leaving this video a like, and also consider subscribing for those of you that have not done so already. It really does help my channel. Thank you again for being here, Pile 6, and hopefully I will see you in my next reading. Bye!